Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for still subscribing. I know I've been off for a while, and it's been like chaotic, I guess. I guess is an easy way to say it. Anyways, I'm back. I got my new computer fixed. Or old computer fixed. I'm gonna say new computer. I didn't get a new computer, but I did get a new camera, and I think it's well, we're going pretty well. So, anyways, today is the February 10th, 11th, and National Pork Rind Day. I'm not really a big fan of pork rinds. Yeah, not really anything for me. And then National Plum Pudding Day. Again, I'm not really big of plum pudding. Um, but I do want to mention that today, like no, not today, like the past few weeks, some celebrities have died, and some I didn't know, and some I was really, it made me really shocked because even though they're pretty old, like it still makes me sad because I grew up with these people. Like for example, Cindy Williams, Shirley on Laverne and Shirley. That was pretty sad. I mean, I thought she was the better looking one of Laverne and Shirley. Um, and then yeah, and of course obviously Happy Days as well because Laverne and Shirley was a spinoff of Happy Days. Um, Bobby Hall, the Golden Jet from these Red Wings. I mean, wow, man, that was someone I grew up actually watching Red Hall, the son of Bobby Hall, and watched them over at Minnesota. He played at Minnesota Duluth, and had a great NHL career, just amazing. Um, who else? Carol Cook. She did a lot of work with Lucille Ball. That's great, pretty iconic, lady right there. And then so Robert Knievel, the son of Evel Knievel. I never really followed Robbie Knievel's career, but it's pretty interesting because he followed in his father's footsteps and did a great job. Um, Adam Rich, a little kid from It Is Enough, that's the only thing I remember him from. I mean, if you folks know anything about his career, please comment and say yeah, he was in these other things. I had no idea. Um, what was oh, of course, Kirstie Alley. That was tough when she passed away because obviously I followed her career with or not Cheers, and then I think Look Who's Talking franchise, and yeah, I always thought that Kirstie Alley was a very beautiful lady. I mean, she was she was hot back in the days of when she played on Star Trek Two Wrath of Khan. But I've always thought that she was so attractive. Even she gained some weight and stuff. I thought she was still beautiful. I mean, it didn't matter how fast she was or how she looked, how old she was. I thought she was a very beautiful lady. Barbara Walters. I mean, I know she's like 90 something. Yeah. I mean, so it's not like she didn't live a great career. She obviously did. Yeah. So, oh, one thing I did not know is that and it was so weird. I just got done watching Walker Texas Ranger and seeing Jimmy Trivette, and the actor who played him, Clarence Gilliard, died. I didn't know that. And, man, that was so bad. I I loved um Conrad. He was Conrad on Madlock. I loved him. He's so full of energy. That's what I so loved about watching either Conrad or Jimmy Trivette. And who else did? Oh, the other thing that really shocked me was that the guy who voiced Batman in the animated series, Kevin Conroy, like he passed away. I'm like, well, no, man, that guy was the best Batman ever, the best voice-wise Batman ever. Um, he, ironically, he did actually play the live-action Batman in that Batgirl TV series. Whether I don't know if it's still on or not, but yeah, so help me out. Let me know if it's on or not. Yeah, and so he passed away, and that was so weird. And I did hear also that who else passed away was Jason David Frank. You know, he was the guy who played Tommy on Power Rangers. I always I always thought it was so funny. I was like thought he looked like that one tennis player. I can't think of his name right now, but the one tennis player that it was like I thought he was actually looked like more like Tommy. You know. Anyways, oh, Earl Bowen, who played the psychologist on the first 10. Well, actually, I think the all three um, Terminator movies, you know, and yeah, that was tough. I'll be honest with you, some of these people like kind of surprises me because I've always gone through life going, that guy's still alive, you know? Oh yeah, David Crosby, like he's dead. Like, that's crazy. And I didn't really, you know, say I'm surprised that Keith Richards is still like alive. I mean, I gotta find out like what keeps him alive because I want to copy it. I want to like keep going with that because I really thought for sure he'd be dead by now, but he's still going. Uh, oh, and I'm not a big fan of him, but like Aaron Carter, who is the brother of Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys. I was not a big fan. I mean, I didn't really follow his career at all. Like, I mean, I know other people like my friend's sister was a big Backstreet Boys fan, and that's that's cool. I mean, if that's your music, you like it, then you know, by all means, like enjoy. You know, oh, Pope Benedict died. Like, what's he like? There's some controversy. Like, he was like the first pope to step down voluntarily, like in a while. Like, you know, obviously most popes, you know, pass away and then they go and find a new pope to replace him. This one was the one that had controversy. Like, I don't know, some of the homosexuality or something. I don't know. I don't remember. Um, and then I think that's about it. Yeah. Um, all the people passed away. It was kind of like, oh, did I mention this one earlier? Adam Rich, the guy from Eight is Enough, the little kid from, the youngest kid from Eight is Enough. Um, that's sad. He's a good actor, and I think he had some drugs like drug abuse growing up, and then really fit into Hollywood later. I don't know. Um, I thought he'd be a big star at this point. I guess you know people like that they like fall into that drug um, drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and you know, they can't they blame things on and whatever the situation is. You know, either they can't find acting, they can't. I kind of blame like the agents. You know, the agents are kind of scummy, especially when you're dealing with a kid who's like, I don't, what was he? How old was he? Like 8 years old or something like that. Like at least he was portraying a 8-year-old. I I really don't know. Um, and I think, oh, incidentally, February is canned food month. So, you know, it's kind of funny because me and my roommate, we're gonna go to like the stores later. I need to get some canned foods. I know a lot of people are going, no, canned foods this, stay away from that. So I go too. I mean, not. Well, here's the thing. If you're using a certain kind of canned food, um, just run it through the tap water. Like when you bring it home, run it through the tap water. Get most of that MSG or sodium. Oh, hopefully there's no MSG because they don't use that anymore. But the sodium, try to get rid of as much as you possibly can. Um, and then yeah, enjoy it. All right, so I think that's about it. I don't really have much anymore to really say today. Um, I don't really know any celebrity birthdays. I would say no, but so sorry, I don't want to be morbid, but like, I know a bunch of the celebrity deaths. Yeah, I don't really know, but like I said, thanks so much for hanging in with me, and hopefully I got a new camera. I'm gonna take it down. What I'm gonna do this year is something I want to do last year. Obviously, is go to the zoo, see the zoo and stuff. I haven't been to the zoo in a while, and then uh, oh, the Oblick Garden. I want to like kind of walk around that. Like I do. I really kind of like um with plants and stuff. I really wasn't a big fan of plants. Even like 10 years ago. I didn't really get into that. Think about planting a sunflower this year in my garden, and I think it'd be kind of cool. Hopefully, I'm not racist. Of course, fans of Family Guy, you know what I'm talking about, right? The racist sunflower. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I got a lot of things planned this year, and I'm hoping I'm gonna do it. And, uh, yeah, and hopefully that like I don't really call it morbid because when I say like celebrity deaths, um, it's more a celebration of life, not really a celebrity death. Just enjoy like remembering the people that I mentioned, and then say, "Oh yeah, I didn't know that person died." That's too bad. Um, yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for like hanging in there, and like I said, I still want to like do a contest. I get like 1,000 subscribers, um, and then also get like other things too. But first of all, first thing I want to do, I want to get 1,000 subscribers. So, um, and thank you for continuing to subscribe. That's huge. And then also my self esteem. It brings my self esteem up if I get a bunch of subscribers. So, um, all right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow, which is now right now February 11th. Hopefully we do February 12th. All right. Well, thank you.